Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm mehhhh69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, there is a brand new tank in the game. Of course, we do have the Polish tank destroyers in the game. And Wargaming have now gone and released a premium Polish tank destroyer. It is the SDP Wiz 66 Grom. Now, this is slightly frustrating because, of course, it does come with the new assault shells, where, of course, the closer you are, the more alpha that you have. But what's annoying about these tanks coming into the game now, and I say annoying, it's very, very frustrating, is we know they come in crates. We get that new tanks now, they're always coming in crates. Considering this is a tier 8 tank, yes, it is in crates, but it's for money. Like, Wargaming has stopped, I don't know why, but you know, all new crates now for some reason have been for money rather than gold, and it is really, really frustrating. Honestly, it sucks. A lot of people have got gold. A lot of people have got gold sitting around, and when a new tank comes, they don't mind using that gold to try and get the tank, you know. But when it's actually money, what use is their gold for? Like, what use is their gold if they can't use it to buy new tanks? It's very, very frustrating, and because of that, I wouldn't suggest trying to get the tank right now. So it comes with this camouflage if you manage to get it, and honestly, again, I do like the look of it. I like what they're doing. They're making the camouflages more realistic, which is decent, you know, which is not bad at all. Now, looking at the crates, I mean, they're not mega money. I mean, what, £11 for 4 crates? I mean, it's a tier 8 tank, so I suppose it probably is overpriced a little bit. But let's look at the stats. I mean, the hit points is just 1320. It has a tier 8 gun, doesn't have a tier 9 gun. It's a collectible, and the armor is 210. So again, just like the other tanks on the sort of the upper tier, it's not bad armor. You can get bounces, but you can't really rely on it, and you do have to be in a sort of a hold down position. So your DPM is 2292. Again, that is just going by your average damage, not the maximum damage, and that is a reload of 9.69. So not bad, to be fair. Penetration is not bad, I don't think. It's 255, and your premium APCR is 320. However, your HE is not great at 68. You do have an average damage of 370, but of course you can get that up even higher the closer that you are. 320 on your premium and 630 on your HE, which is actually very, very nice. Your aim time is 4 seconds. And your gun dispersion is 0.353. You have 7 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 35 kilometers per hour. So let's get into a couple of games with the tank. Now, again, if you played the other tanks, if you played the tier 8, the tier 9, the tier 10 on the new Polish TDs, then you will understand this tank. You will get the tank. Again, it's not the best of tanks. I do agree. It's all right, to be fair. But again, it's just like, to make it work, you do have to be up close because you want the higher alpha. But the more you're up close, then the less you're going to stay alive, because you're going to get just torn apart. Like, you're not going to bounce much if you are on flat ground. Now, we do get lucky there with a couple of shots bouncing 910, but again, I need to be on a ridge. I need to get on a ridge, but because there's so many tanks around, I can't really get on a ridge. And again, I want to be close because I want to maximize my DPM. I want to maximize my alpha. And doing that, then, I mean, I have to get close. And where I am, I mean, it doesn't have enough gun depression to get sort of over this ridge, get my gun down. So that's actually a no-go. So when I am on flat ground, I'm not getting any bounces whatsoever. Of course, I'm going to try and chase this T32, T34 too, and you can see there 493 when we are up close and personal, which is pretty decent. You know, I'm not going to complain at that. These guys dies. We're going to get closer to the AFK, which is a T77, and even at this point, you know, we are quite far back, and we still do a decent amount of damage. What, we're 191 meters. We do have one red bar there, and we're still doing 400 damage. So, you know, that's not too bad from that distance, to be fair. And then we end up on 2.5k damage. Next up, we're on Falls Creek. And again, this time I do get a little bit lucky because I do manage to get into a position that I can use my sort of gun depression, my upper plate, and of course to try and get close to the enemy team. Now we are up against tier 7. I will say when you're up against tier 9 in this thing, you probably will suffer, and I wouldn't recommend going front line because you are going to get penetrated by just about everything. So we are going to push forward here. We got the VZ44 there. We do manage to get a 3-bar shot into him, 450 damage, and again you can see we do manage to get our first bounce straight away. So if you are hiding your lower plate, you will be able to get bounces. You can't really rely too much on the armor. Again, another 450 shot, and now we're just going to try and hide behind this building, but we are going to get shot here from the Emil, but again we do manage to get a nice bounce. So you can see the armor profile can work. All depends on your angles, all depends on your positioning. Ultimately, if you are in a hold down position, you will be able to make that armor profile work. Again, you can't rely on the armor, so don't ever rely on the armor. And here again, the J Panther, we got 1 bar, 196 meters, and we still almost do 400 alpha. So that is not bad. Now, no idea what this guy is doing. He's turning around, so we're going to take the opportunity, get out the HE, and do just over 700 damage. So yeah, pretty nice when you can. And again, if we was closer, we would even be able to do more damage. Another 3-bar shot, 536 alpha. So when that happens, when you are close, honestly, it is nice. It is not bad at all. And we actually managed to bounce 1200 damage this game. We're not going to get any more shots off because that guy is just about to die. So do I think it's worth it? Right now, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's I don't think the value is there, and especially, as I said, especially when the crates are for money. If the crates are for gold, you know, you can't, it's very difficult to say if the crates are worth it or not, because one, it all depends on how much gold you have to spend. If you don't get the crate, if you don't get the tank until you get a lot of crates, then of course it probably isn't worth it. But if you manage to get the tank within a few crates and you spend gold, then of course it's worth it. Or if you've got gold just sitting around and you've got nowhere to spend it, then yeah, maybe it could be worth it because you are getting a brand new tank in the game. But considering it isn't for gold, it's for money, right now I would say it really is not worth buying this tank. Well, trying to not, because you might not get it. You know, you might spend so much money on so many crates and you might not get it. So that's why I say it's not worth it. So let me know your opinion on the new Polish tank destroyer premium tank in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a great weekend. I'm Mehhhh, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.